Well, hello and good morning. As we all know, and we've been talking about all week, the Super Bowl is just about here. Besides the football, Usher at halftime, we have to talk commercials, right? So I brought in my friend Sarah to chat with us this morning to give us some insight on when we can expect. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. So you have some interesting insight. You've worked with brands from all over the world to really help them capture that perfect essence that's going to capture the audience. What's that like?
Honestly, number one, it's an honor to have the ability to, locally, globally work with brands to hone in the messaging. It's humbling. You really want to appeal to the audience, what's going to inspire them to have action, whether it's purchasing a product or service. So it's really unique. There's purpose behind that.
That is a fact for sure. And you sent me a couple of ads that have already been previewed a little bit. And we'll start with our favorite, the Big Easy Rich Reach. Lots of puns in this one. It's funny.
It's super funny. I mean, you've got Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, Martha Stewart. They're selling this lighter, right?
Yeah.
And you see the cannabis.
It's quite the cast of characters.
It's the cast of characters. Those innuendos. That's probably from what's been previewed so far. My favorite.
Yeah. What other practices are you seeing? And I mean, we'll go through this next one with Travis Kelce and Experian. I mean, a big practice, right, is trending. What other practices are
there? There is, the digital integration piece. So brands really want to transcend the TV. They want to continue that conversation on social.
Okay.
We have this unique ability during this time period to one-on-one as consumers interact with some of our favorite brands.
Yeah.
And that social engagement is super key. There's so many best practices too. I think really too the emotional piece, the emotional messaging, whether it's humor, whether it's something thought-provoking, to kind of inspire that call to action.
And nostalgia too, which brings us to the MGM one. And poor Tom Brady, this one is really, it's funny.
It's
feel
funny,
bad for him.
You're focusing on the guy winning all the time, and we just don't want to deal with him anymore. And you really can't.
But he wants to win.
He wants. Complete competitor, right? And it wouldn't be a Super Bowl if we didn't have Tom Brady.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So he's been out this year with retirement. So we got to bring him in some capacity.
Yeah. What goes into creating these masterpieces? Like, what is it like to sit at that table, and how does it start? Like, is it like a storyboard, a conversation? What's the process?
There's a lot of different elements that go into play. Some brands are going to take weeks to months to prep this, maybe even a year in advance.
Really?
It just really depends on the messaging. And obviously, again, including Tom Brady in a Super Bowl is super important. So it's about coming up with the concept. Ideation's the start of it, the foundation of it. And then furthering the content, the creative concepts, recruitment of the talent.
Yes, that's a big one.
As well, very big. The scripting pieces. And then you're going to go into production with filming. And then after that, you've got your post-production pieces where they're going to polish that piece to what we end up seeing Sunday night.
And they spend a lot of money on it, so they got to make it just right.
It's the biggest spend brands will have probably out of their entire marketing budget for the year. It's a very big spend.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for joining us, Sarah. This has been fascinating.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
We'll get everything on our website and app. We didn't get to Peloton, but we'll make sure we'll get that up because that one's a really inspiring commercial. And of course, we'll all see what happens on Sunday.
Absolutely, and I think too. Forget the game. It's really Monday morning. We're talking about those commercials. It transcends the game.
And if they do it right, then they are trending, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Julie and Dan, I'm going to send it back to you.